Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend and welcome back to our podcast conversation entitled Seasons. And as we bring the week to a close, we bring our first week in the podcast series to a close. As this week, we have not only introduced to all of us the fact that life has seasons just like the natural world has seasons. But this week we said that there were 6 things that every season, regardless of the season you're in, they all have in common. They all have a beginning and an end. They all have a very particular personality and a feel. They'll have something to accomplish in us. They'll have something to teach us about life and the rest of the seasons. And of course, yesterday we said that we need to find God with us in the season, or more appropriately, be still enough to let the Lord find us. And as we look at those first 5 things that all seasons have in common, today, based off of all of that, every season prompts you to discern something that God is asking you to do. Now, of course, we discern in everyday life. Discernment is a normal way of life where we're constantly asking ourselves, what is it that God's calling us to? What is it that God is asking us to do in response to Him? How can we stay with the Lord? However, within every season, there's usually a call in our life that God is asking us to discern. And I'm not necessarily saying a big call like a new job or a new city or a major life decision, but oftentimes in season, you'll feel a prompting in your heart to discern maybe what's the next step or to discern something. And the reminder for us today is that when it comes to discernment, that God's always calling you to a person, not just a function, right? The discernment is always a deeper communion with the Lord. The discernment is always a deeper yes to a person. The discernment is always going deeper in relationship, and whatever the function, the task, or the decision is simply going to magnify or better dispose us to receive the relationship. I think a lot of times, especially in the seasons where we're uncomfortable or we're being stretched and we don't like the season, we can want to get out of it, and we think a major life decision is the way for us to get out of that, or we might feel a call to do something really big in our life, and we're focused on the decision or the function. What are we going to do? The reminder is that the clarity about what God's calling us to do will always be easier for us to receive when we're focused on the person who's calling us. And so just an encouragement that no matter what season you're in, that if you're trying to discern something, focus more on the relationship than the decision. And therein, the relationship is where we're going to find the decision. That's the beauty of seasons, and it's been a joy being with you this week as we talk about seasons. I'm looking forward to being with you tomorrow as we begin to look at now particular seasons. And the season that we're going to look at tomorrow is the season of being stretched, because at this time of year, as many parents are transitioning from a school year to the summer, that's what a lot of our parents are dealing with, just feeling stretched, right? So if you're feeling stretched, you know someone who's feeling stretched, come on back tomorrow as we begin the next 7 days looking at what it's like to feel stretched. And we'll look at these 6 themes within the season of being stretched. Enjoy the weekend. Let the Lord love you wherever you are. Looking forward to being with you tomorrow as we begin a new week together. And until we see you tomorrow, God bless you.